So today, a small update coming from the Neowiz team. Unfortunately, today I'm the bearer of sad news, as I have to announce that Neowiz has pushed back the official release date for AVA. So, what happened? Early this morning, Neowiz put out a post stating that the initial release that was set to be happening on the 31st of March of this year, so about 2 weeks from now, is going to be delayed. The following message was posted to the public. I'll just read it out loud, and then I'll try to break it down a little bit to hopefully make it a bit more understandable. So what they said: to our dedicated and patient community, we would like to share an important update from our event regarding the game launch. We have considered feedback from players within the community, and we have made the difficult decision to delay the launch of the game to better prepare the build for the global market. The game currently is a bit old, and necessary changes need to be made in order to fit with the global standards. This includes, but is not limited to, balancing, bug fixes, and stability. During the internal testing of the game, we found stability and balance concerns that cannot be ignored. We have decided that we need to make the necessary changes to fit the global standards for a top-tier online shooter. We apologize for this unwelcome news, just as we hope to deliver an enjoyable game for everyone. We understand that this news is devastating to the many of you who have been waiting so long for AVA's return to Steam, but we hope that you can understand why this decision was made. We want to ensure that the version of AVA we deliver is as good as can be, so that the game can last for a long time into the future. We apologize for the inconvenience this news may cause, and look forward to working with everyone to make the return of AVA as glorious as possible. Thank you all for your enduring support and ceaseless understanding. Sincerely, your AVA team. So this is the post that they put out this morning, and I think it's good to kind of break it down to kind of understand the path and the trajectory that Neowiz is currently going through. I've been speaking with them for a couple of months, although I must say I didn't really see this coming. I was also notified of this only a little bit prior, was informed of it last week, and to me it was quite a shock as well. There was an internal date for the playtest, which was not met. And there was, of course, a public date for the official launch, which is now also not going to be met, and it's going to be pushed back. Now, the reason that they posted for this are balancing, bug fixes, and stability. Now, what this exactly means, they didn't disclose. They also want to be very careful with what they're going to disclose about that, so I'm not going to address that directly. I think it's better to have a little discussion about that and to put forward your ideas in the comments and everywhere else about what you think that can be. I think the main takeaway from this, and that's perhaps the only good remark from this otherwise sad post, is that we now have concrete proof that the game build is going to differ from the builds that are currently out there. So Korean AVA, Japan AVA, and Taiwan AVA. So this is good news because, well, I've been playing Taiwan AVA for a while now, for almost half a year, and I've seen the game getting a little bit worse. Some elements being added to the game, balancing issues definitely as well, with certain weapons just being completely overpowered. And yeah, these are issues that they will need to tackle. There are, of course, issues that you can tackle between playtest and launch, because playtest will still happen, just don't know when. But yeah, there are also major issues and fundamental changes that need to be changing. Now, I'm not talking, of course, about game mechanics. Definitely not. I don't see those changing. This is not going to turn into a dog tag thing. But what they're looking to do is to tweak the game in a sense that it is better prepared for the Western market, because they want to make sure that this game lasts for a while. And to be perfectly honest, and that's something I've been saying for a while as well, if you just put out the Taiwan or the Korean AVA build, this game is not going to pop off. And that would be very sad, because as an avid AVA fan, I would like to see the game succeed for a very long time, perhaps step up to even newer titles within the franchise. But with now the focus on the return of the original AVA, I think it's good to tweak it in a sense so that it's better prepared for us and that certain elements are removed from the game. Moving on to the next bit, they mentioned internal testing just to state it very clear, there has not been an alpha test for anyone. I have not touched the game. I have no idea what the build looked like. Internal testing really means the devs at the Neowiz office in Korea, South Korea, tested this. Nothing more, nothing less. They do refer to community feedback though. And a lot of people I've seen wondering like, hey, where does this community feedback come from? Mostly it comes from Discord. There have been mentions on social media as well about ideas and concerns that people have put out. But I must also say that I do believe that I'm partly to blame for this. I've been quite vocal about certain items that I would like to see changed. Yeah, I've made my point quite clear, and yeah, receiving the internal feedback from Neowiz, from David Kim, I do have a feeling that I might be partly to blame for this. So I do feel a little bit responsible in that sense, but I do have good hopes that the game is going to be changed for the better. So like I mentioned on Discord as well, it really sucks for now, but I do really think it's going to be better in the long run. So I want to end on that positive note. Hopefully in the next coming weeks to coming month, we will hear more about the playtest, because the playtest is still going to happen, and hopefully we'll be able to enjoy our Steam AVA with a playtest very, very soon. I just don't know when yet, but I'll try to keep you updated, and I'll definitely keep pushing Neowiz to release some more information so that we're not completely left in the dark as we've been now. So that's that. I hope that puts everything a little bit better into perspective. And again, I'm open to discussion here on the channel in the comments. Open to discussion on Discord as well. But above all, let's try and stay strong, even though this really sucks. And yeah, look forward to our release. Thanks.